Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Humberto Lemus. I'm a real estate agent. Today in this video, I'm going to be giving you a summary about the real estate market in Bakersfield, California. So let's get into the video. Okay, here you can see the summary again. It's going to be on Bakersfield, California. And it's going to be on single family properties. And our chart here is going to be from November 2021 to January of 2023. Here we can see that the light green is going to be for sale properties, the dark green is going to be sold properties, and then the red line is going to be pending properties. So right now, for our last month of January in 2023, you can see here that we had 551 for sale properties, and the sold properties were 266, while pending properties were 407. Looking back all the way to November 2021, we can see that the for sale properties were 329, but the sold properties, a lot of sold properties, right? And it's reasonable because the interest rates were a little bit lower. So we can see that the sold properties were 543, and not sold, sorry about that, for that confusion. This is pending, so 543, but 598 were the sold properties. And once again, the interest rate was low back then, so it's reasonable to see that a lot of properties were sold in November of 2021. So let's go here, the current versus same month 1 year ago. So we can see that in January 2023, right? So as I said, 266 properties that have been sold, compared to January of 2022, 435 were sold, right? So more were sold then. Okay, so now let me go to the average price per square feet, and here you can see that back in November of 2021, the average price per square feet was 200, compared to now, right? It went up by 9 average price per square feet. And if we look right here, it's kind of interesting that we see in April of 2022 and on June of 2022 was 226, right? So about the same. That's kind of interesting. So we're going a little bit up in price here on January of 2023 for average square per foot. And let's go on days on market. Right here, right, you can definitely notice the big difference that properties are staying a little bit more longer on the market, right? In January 2023, we average days on market for properties, they're staying for 44 days. So it's a little bit more reasonable, right? So for any of you sellers out there, know that right now, since the interest rate, it's a little bit more higher than it was previously back a few years ago, right? In November of 2021, the properties that were listed in the market, it would take an average about 21 days, right, to be taken off the market, because the interest rates again were lower. So it made sense, right, that a lot of buyers were interested back then when the interest rate was low on buying properties. But now, since the interest rate is a little bit higher, it's taking a little bit more time to sell your property. So just do know that and be aware of that, right? But you'll still be seeing buyers definitely buying properties and making offers. but just be aware that your property is gonna stay a little bit longer on the market. And so next, let's go for the average price for sale and sold. And so here we see that homes in Bakersfield, California, right? There's some, the medium home or the average home, they're being listed around 461,000, but they're not being sold for maybe around 392, and that just depends, right? And it depends on many factors, obviously, right, on your property. And this is not gonna be for all the properties that are being sold in Bakersfield, right? So it depends on your location, how many rooms it has, how many bathrooms does your property have. So it just depends, right? So 392 is where properties are, some properties that are in good areas and have those rooms and all that are selling for the average price, 392. And so next, let's go to months of inventory here. So for months of inventory, we see that there's a bigger increase of inventory, right, of houses. And once again, we know that for sure that there's been a bigger increase because of the interest rate, and because we see right here over here in November, right, that there wasn't much inventory. And for any of you buyers that were trying to buy a home around November 2021, you saw a lot of competition, right? And you saw less inventory because basically houses were flying, right? Just they were listed in the market, and then about a few days it was gone, right? And sellers too, right? If you listed up your property back then, you know that once you listed your house, you got a lot of offers in, and it was taken out of the market really quick, right? But now we see that over here, 2.1 right here, it's 2 months of inventory that Bakersfield, California has right now. So it's some quite inventory, right? So that's still gonna be a seller's market. And we can go here on market highlights. See, so here, seller's market, less than 3 months of inventory based on closed sales. So less than 3 months, right? So 2.1, we're less than 3 months of inventory, so it's still a seller's market. This has been a quick update on Bakersfield real estate market. If you stayed up to this point, thank you. Also, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. If you're interested in more real estate information, you can find more videos on my channel. You can also find a link below for my contact information if you're interested in buying or selling property. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.